I didn't do anything.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Happy guy.
Happy Boy, and me, Banshee. Happy morning to everybody. Hope you're doing well.
Happy morning.
I don't even have the live stream up yet. What happened here?
See, we're getting feedback.
Yeah, we're getting
I
feedback.
told you this was a problem, but you didn't.
All right, why don't you put standby on so I can look at your computer?
No, it's okay.
We can deal with feedback?
I just paused some things, so no, we can't deal with feedback.
Okay. Do you need me to look?
We have a technical difficulty, so we're going to be right with you. And we seem to be back.
Can you hear us?
Oh, I'm sure they can hear us.
Okay.
The problem was we were also hearing
Yeah,
us.
we were getting feedback. We couldn't control the volume, so we apologize for that.
But look,
Unhappy
other people
occurrence
showed up.
at our happy hour. Oh my goodness. Hey,
No,
everybody.
I'm not. Did I tell you that, Gina, that I wasn't working later today? I don't remember mentioning it, but I am not working later today.
No, he is not working today, so we're in good shape. All right, so Marcia, I see you're first. Let me write down the list real quick. I was out shopping this morning. I barely made it.
I
But-
appreciated that.
Yeah. I'm sure he did. He had to help me unload stuff, but
And then I unloaded on her. Boom.
boom. No, he did not.
No, I didn't.
More likely the other way around, because I could have used him there, but it all worked out. Mr. O has some back issues. Sonny, you stay there. No. Now you better watch him, Mr. O, because Sassy is in the house. Sassy is in the house and on the table, and there will be fighting if Sonny comes up here, too. We'll do a Sassy cam in just a bit. All right, so let's see here. I just want to do a card for the collective first and foremost so we can get the show on the road. Hopefully it looks a lot clearer today. The Earthcraft Oracle we'll use today for the collective reading. And I'll have Mr. O. Sassy. It was so cute. It's good to see you here. Yeah. We'll have to get a picture before she runs off.
You felt it, Gina, because in my mind I was thinking, thank goodness I don't have to work today. Everything else has been screwed.
Yeah, we've been having some serious issues. Our son Monster is working in a place that now has 2 active COVID cases. They were all sick, but apparently they're negative. But now his wife is sick, really, with something. We assume it's a flu like they
Reversed
all had.
upright.
It's upright.
Take it to the mountain.
And Sassy has disappeared on us. I wanted to get a picture, but she's gone. So that means Sonny can have rule over here. So it's the mountain. Mountains have stood as a symbol of achievement, likely since mankind first set eyes on them. Many of the world's greatest spiritual leaders have taken pilgrimages to mountaintops to gain perspective on their own lives and what they can offer to the world. It can be lonely, hazardous journey, but there is so much reward in seeing things from a bird's eye view. When you're above looking down, you notice patterns and connections you couldn't have imagined before. Mountain peaks are the vantage of innovators, leaders, and those who are ready to live life to the fullest. The mountain comes to a reading when you are relying too much on your rational mind. You lose sight of the bigger picture by obsessing over the tiny details. Without a higher purpose, those details will become meaningless and get lost in a sea of confusion and doubt. You're in need of a new perspective to remind you of what really matters and to see your situation from a much higher view. Connect with your intuition and ask yourself, what am I reaching for ultimately? You are ready to ascend to greater heights and take on new challenges.
You know who else is in need?
Sunny.
All of them.
Oh.
They've all been clamoring for attention. When you were gone
they-
shopping, I was taking my shower, and I got out of the shower, combed my hair, and Shadow just wouldn't stop meowing and pawing at the air at me.
They just don't like me gone, Mr. O.
Well, Shadow likes me to sit on my chest. Sometimes if I'm on the bed just relaxing, she'll just crawl on my chest, and then I have to pet her like crazy. Hi, Vita.
Oh, hi, Vita. We'll get you to the list. Now, today is our happy hour. You know, something may come up in this reading, but it's a single card draw message from Spirit today. Our normal live streams on Sundays and Thursdays answer, questions of any type. So we'll just see if anything comes up, but that might relate to that. But I'll add you to the list. And check out our live streams on Sundays and Thursdays for these types of questions.
Alrighty.
All right. So for a positive message from Spirit today, I am using the Young Witch Tarot deck, which has poetry on it.
It's a cute little deck.
Added bonus. So, and we'll be reading everything upright. And I'm going to go over the list as I have it. I think I have everybody.
It's not a long list, so that's good.
No, it's not a long list today. So, Marcia, you were first. Lena, Gina, J.H., Vita.
And that's it. We'll see who else drops in.
And we'll have a few announcements in between. Since we got a short list, we'll make a couple announcements.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mr. O, I want you to get your hands on these for Marcia and shuffle.
All right.
And cut them. And they're very slippery, remember. So Sunny immediately, as you could see, took up the void left by Sassy. And is sitting off to my left here, out of camera view for now. I'm sure he'll find a way to get in. He always does.
It's a perfect deck for shuffling, nearly.
Yep. Oh, but not cutting because they slip
They
off.
slide around a little bit.
Especially on this wobbly table.
But then the
I should have
molecular
thought of that.
discohesion takes over.
Wow, Marcia, well, look what you've got here. You've got the three, I'll hold it, because I'll read the poem this time and I'll let you do the next one. 3 of Pentacles upright. And the poem on here is, I'm getting it together. My funds are all in place. Though my plans may need a hand, they'll work. Just watch this space. So you can see all these people working together in harmony. There's a lot of harmony around you right now, in working with others. Spirit wants to let you know. And whatever you're doing, there's much to be gained through teamwork. And also, you might be the one who stands out a little bit in the crowd.
You took the words out of my mouth. To me, the 3 of Pentacles is more likely. It does talk about teamwork to some degree, but I think it also talks about somebody on the team, usually somebody maybe in another position, who looks at your work and finds favor, wants to call you out, sort of say, you're really doing a great job. They may not compare you exactly to others. That's not the point. They're just really singling you out because they're thinking you deserve that praise.
So whether this is a
work-related or
whether it's work-related, whether it's an organization on the side that you volunteer on or belong to, or your own personal projects, maybe that you're collaborating with somebody else, this is a really positive sign that working harmoniously with others, will pay off for you.
It could just even apply to relationships in the social circle you're in. It could.
It can.
All right.
That's what we have for you. Awesome message, Marcia.
So that means we're now on Lena then.
We have already made it to Lena. Let's see who else pops in today. Hopefully some others will pop in. Wow, what a nice morning, though. It was so... Oh my gosh, though. My car on the way back from the store said it was 32 degrees out.
Chris.
32. There was frost all over the ground.
Yeah.
I wish I had had my tablet and could have pulled over and taken some pictures of the beautiful fall colors with frost on the ground. It was just gorgeous. I'll let you shuffle first, Mr. O. I will cut for you.
Yep, we are having those frosty mornings here in the Detroit area.
Hey, you're welcome, Marcia.
Absolutely.
So we got lots of things planned for this month. It may not seem like it, but we do. And my goodness, we just got somebody who bought 2 readings from us. So, and we have a contest winner from our public event that we did. We're doing our first Zoom one-on-one.
So that'll be a good experience for us.
It'll be a great experience for us as we move forward with that. And just to let you know, there probably will be a Zoom contest we will be offering to our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube followers. So stay tuned for that.
Just stay here, Sunman.
And there's Sunny, who, as I said, would find a way to get in the picture. So Zoom is basically a one-on-one with us for 20 minutes. We have 20, 30 minutes, and 40 minutes, but we'll offer up a 20-minute reading.
We'll get to the bottom of it.
And you can commiserate with us on Zoom. All right, let's see.
Okay, Lena, here is your card.
Go ahead. You want to take this one?
You will.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, I will. Okay, so Lena, you have the Hanged Man. When you put your life on pause so you can serve a nobler cause, just hang on in there, bear the strain, wait for your plans. Damn it. Again.
Excuse the happy language.
ODAM.
Wait for your plans to shine again. This is a time maybe to, and it's funny, this is the season. Spirit, wants to remind you, in a way, this is a season to kind of put your life on pause and maybe give to others in some way. Whether it's volunteering to give out meals at Thanksgiving, whether it's about, just doing some voluntary activity, helping a friend in need, whatever the case may be, family, whatever the case may be, this is setting aside, your life to give to others in some way.
Spirit knows oftentimes that we have desires, we want things, and you or anybody is no exception, asking questions about when certain things might happen for you. But Spirit also says, too, that that's not all of your life, that part of your life needs to also give. And so Spirit is asking for you to look at any simple reason to just give something of yourself. And that's all.
Hey, I'm going to interrupt for a minute. Hey, Cassandra. God, nice to see you here.
Hi, Cassandra.
I do want to tell you that this is a special show we do on Saturdays called Happy Hour. And for this, we only do single card draws, and it's a message from Spirit, positive. So we could see if something comes up in regards to your question, but
Yeah.
you may want to check out our live streams on Thursdays and Sundays where we do, any type of question, and we do a little bit longer readings. But we'll be happy to put you on the list if you want a message from Spirit.
You're welcome, Lena. And I hope you get something out of that. And I knew he was going to.
I knew he was waiting to do that too. He's pretty careful about it. So
yeah, he knows that we'll yell at him.
So, Lena, I just want to add to that Spirit is also saying here, it's not the reason to do it, but, when you give to others, you open up something for yourself as well. You always receive, whether it's the satisfaction of giving from the heart or the fact that, we always get back what we give out for good or bad. So if you want positive energy to start happening in your life, open your heart to others and it will come. And that's what we have for you.
And so we're on for Gina.
Gina.
Hello, Gina.
Are you ready?
I think she is ready.
Ready when you are.
Oh, I'm ready to get more coffee, I think. Have you been drinking your coffee? Probably not.
I have, and some of it spilled when I had to get up and help you.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned it. I love being witchy. My favorite coffee cup. No.
I love having big coffee some mornings. Actually, somebody gave this one away at work, and I don't know why, when I was working, before I retired, and I just grabbed it up.
Isn't it the one I got, and you got the karma one?
No.
Or is it the other way around? I got the karma
This was a
one.
giveaway. I actually got this at work.
And you got the karma one, too?
You got the karma one as a gift.
Okay, that's what it was. Because they're the same color, but one's obviously a lot bigger. Your brain shortened your typing.
My brain is short today, I will say. And I've got a few things on my plate I want to do creative-wise. Plus, we got to film my show for tomorrow, my Material Matters.
And do other things.
Absolutely. Got to check in on the sun and see if everything is okay. Shuffle, Mr. O. Hoping for the best for my son, but Michigan, for some reason, is going against the grain of the rest of the country, and our cases keep going up. I just heard we definitely went over 5,000 cases a day yesterday. So I don't know what's going on here. It's a little worrisome. But Mr. O and I are getting our boosters on Monday. Looking forward to that.
Yes.
Gina, well. You have the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles says, I'm being careful with my cash. I'll hang on to this stuff. There are lots of things I want to buy, but I just don't have enough. Well, I don't think that's you per se, but I will say that this is a time to really, take stock. Take stock of your material affairs. And Spirit is saying, this is a time to maybe hold back a little bit for a rainy day. It never hurts. There's nothing bad going on here in that. It's basically just make sure that, you're not holding on too tight.
Absolutely. It seems to me like, there's always the sense that if you have more, then you can use more, and you can use more for the right things. So to me, the sign that maybe somebody is holding on to things could also mean, too, that they intend to do good works with them, to be generous. And we ourselves know you, Gina, to be an incredibly generous person. So I think this is just really about you marshaling your forces because you can do good, and you will.
Oh, that's funny. You know what? That's true. And see, that's a rainy kind of day thing. Funny you mentioned that, and I know, Mama T is going through some of that right now. Her husband needs some dental work, so yeah, it's tough. I've been there with what you've got going on too. So this is a time to appreciate what you have and realize that being such a good steward of the resources you have means that you are set in case situations like this should arise. And so it's just a matter of maintaining. Spirit says you are materially in a great place. That's what we have for you. It's funny that came up now
hi,
for
Shruti.
you.
We see you there. So yes, just a reminder, today's our one card pull with a positive message, but we'll do that for you if you wish.
Got you on the list.
And
Okay, so JH is up, who just wanted a great message from Spirit.
yes.
Then there's Vita, if they're still here, Cassandra, and Shruti.
Alrighty. So we're just whipping through the list. May I have the cards?
Yes, you may. Oh, cool. Good for you. And you want this one too. Well, that is wise, absolutely. And yeah, so that's what it's, sometimes you just got to use it for stuff like this.
Hi, JH. We're going to pull that card for you.
Hey. No rubbing against the camera. What are you doing?
Are you still shuffling, or is it the cut?
You took it first, so I'm shuffling. And
Alrighty.
I cut for you. So that you can pull a card this time.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, Gina, so... But that should be no surprise to you.
Well, sometimes we get a card when it needs it, and maybe that's just Spirit telling you, look at how well you've prepared. You've prepared for eventualities like this that are bound to happen.
Mr. O feels the need to get coffee.
Coffee?
Yes.
You downed your coffee?
I poured it probably a half an hour before the show started, so...
I should
actually
make
did
you
pretty good.
refill mine since some of it spilled.
Well, I'm waiting to cut, and then
I'm sorry.
be off to do that.
I can pull
because-
the card for you if you want here.
Well, it's fine. It's just that
Or I'll tell you what, while I'm reading for people,
My-
you can...
divinatory powers work best when fully caffeinated.
Oh my. Okay, this is too wild.
Where is your cup?
JH.
What is it?
We have the Four of Pentacles for you, mysteriously.
Oh, that's crazy.
It is crazy. Because, this is such a slippery deck. These are not cards that stick together or are, hard to shuffle so that you'll get the same card over and over again. I have a few decks like that. I have to watch it with my Spirit Within Tarot, for example. That can happen there. But basically, it's the same message pretty much. But let's expound on that a little bit. I think Spirit is saying this is a time, to really not just value and not just set aside money, but to really look over, your war chest. To really scrutinize and really look at how far you've come, what more you might need to do. But frankly, according to that card, it's like I've said before, it looks like you're in a pretty good place right now, or you should be financially. So hold on, hold on to what you have for now. And maybe Spirit is also reminding us, the holidays are here. Let's not get too carried away. That's all. And I think this is in the positive sense. It's like, sometimes the best gifts are the gifts from the heart, not the ones that cost us an arm and a leg.
Well, forgive me, everyone, for going to get coffee, but I see Banshee was able to take up quite a bit of time there. with the message. But I feel that the Four of Pentacles for you, JH, is not exactly the same as it is for Gina. And some of it is because, of course, we don't know you as well as we know Gina. My feeling is that this is a time for you to be a little bit more wary about your financial stuff and to hold on to not necessarily make certain investments at this time, to be a little bit more wiser about where your outlays are going at this time, I think.
I think that's the most positive thing you could do.
Right. It may be that there are things that you will feel you might want, but now is not necessarily the time, especially if it's going to involve credit or paying in payments, and so there's an obligation that will extend. You're probably not wanting to do that. And this is probably good news for a lot of people too, because financially the economy is really kind of wonky still, and there's anything can happen. I mean, I don't know. Tune in to Banshee's show on Sunday. Maybe she'll have some perspective on that to share.
I know. I wonder what's going on in the material world when we're getting, you know what, Mr. O?
A very shameless plug for your show.
We've done how many readings so far? We've done 4 readings. And 3 of those 4 readings were pentacle cards. So I'm wondering about the material affairs and what's going to pop up in my Material Matters show. Stay tuned for that tomorrow.
Well, I know JH isn't from the States here. I don't believe you are. But in the States, there's all kinds of economic indicators just because of what's going on with the bills being signed. But it could be that way in other parts of the world, too. There's just an emphasis on the economy.
Well, and the thing about the 4 of Pentacles, I want to add this for both Gina and JH. There's an element, if you get negative, and I'm only getting negative to say this, there's an element of hoarding in that card. And the positive message I want to say is Spirit is saying you don't have to hoard right now. You're in pretty good shape. You have everything you need right now. So don't get into that mindset because it's not necessary.
Right, and I see it more as just about extending yourself with credit kind of stuff more than anything. It's not necessarily about the hoarding aspect. Right. It's about what you're committing to in terms of outlays.
Just some of the different nuances of the 4 of Pentacles.
Yeah.
So since we got it a couple times. So Vita, are you still here? Would you like us to do a message for you, see what comes up? I know you had a particular question. I'm not sure we'll get that specific, but we can see what comes up.
Those are good points, JH. The world is a mess.
Yeah, everything's messy right now.
There's been years all over the world, a lot of Europe, I think.
But the good news,
austerity screams for austerity.
But the positive, happy news today is a bill actually got passed in Congress.
Yeah.
Finally, something.
Who knows?
So, I mean, I just like to see work getting done. So I'm really happy about that.
So we're going to pull the card for Vita. I don't remember if they had a particular thought.
Vita wanted to know about if something would happen with A. I think it was A.
I'm looking for it. Oh, will something happen with A? Okay, yeah. We could just do it and just see.
All right, let's just do it anyway.
Sure.
We have the time.
We do. We just made our halfway point.
I know. Well, we can read for ourselves this time, Mr. O, if not enough people
We usually do. Last week
we didn't have time.
Yeah, it was
because you had to get to work. You had to race.
Too. It was really hot.
Shuffle.
We had a lot of people last week. A lot more than we're having today.
Yes, we did.
So I think some of that might have been the Halloween thing, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Oh, okay. All right, Gina.
Heading out? What is it? Okay.
Hey, we might be done. By the time she comes back. Did you drop C cards?
No, I think I don't have missing.
I'm going to give Mr. O lesson in card shuffle.
Don't.
Yeah, I think get a card shuffling machine. All right. Oh, here's something different for Vita. It's the Magician. So let me read what the Magician has to say. I am a young witch magician. I've even got the hat. All the tools at my control. but I can't find my cat. Well, we have some.
Yeah, we have cats to spare, quite frankly.
But, all right, Vita. So I think what this is indicating is that, you asked about A specifically. I feel that, it's up to A. Spirit is saying that everything seems to be aligned so that if you're going to hear from A, it should happen because everything seems to be aligned for you right now.
Well, this could also be you too, though, Vita. This could be saying you're the one who takes the initiative. So
yes.
It isn't saying that there isn't anything happening with A, but it is also suggesting that maybe Spirit says you should be the instigator. Of action.
It's really funny because my Catterday card, I think from a week ago, was called Instigator. And that's why when you said that, I was like, oh, yeah. And so sometimes instigating is positive. It's not negative. Mm-hmm. It's, you taking action that needs to be taken, to stir something up. So if you want you want to hear from A, maybe it's time you instigate that. The magician here almost is saying, you have the power, you have the will, this is your want, you need to manifest it.
More or less, it's like it could happen one way or the other because either of you could be that provocateur that could just begin the action. So you don't necessarily have to wait.
So on another positive note with this card, Vita, this is a time for you to truly manifest things that you desire. What you have to do, you have to, number one, want it bad enough, but number two, recognize that it's going to take effort on your part to get it. We can wish upon a star all we want, but, it's action. It's action and will in combination that makes things happen. And Spirit is saying, you have everything you need right now to succeed, so go for it. That's what we have for you, Vita. Good luck with that.
Go over there. Go over on the other side.
Come on. It's time. There
because
we go.
You're just too much in the way here.
Hey, Cassandra, are you still with us? We'll do one for you, and then Shruti.
And Cassandra had a thought, should they call David?
Okay, all right.
So
let's see what comes up with that.
You or me?
Oh, here. Forgetting the card up there. Oopsie.
This is how they fall.
No comment from the Banshee. This is how they fall. Okay, so I got a moment for... did you get them all?
I don't know.
Okay, Cassandra's here. Good. All right, Cassandra. And ducks. All right.
I thought I shuffled first last time.
I did.
Okay.
I did. And there was a reason. I think it kind of went twice in a row because of your coffee getting... You were supposed to do it that time. All right. He's purring away here. He's like, my job is done. I've disrupted the set 4 times.
You know that one meme with the blonde and the brunette and the white cat? This is kind of like he's our version of the white cat. You're the blonde, I'm the brunette.
Oh, no. All right, Mr. O, let's read a
Cassandra.
poem.
Okay.
Ooh.
And you have the Page of Wands, Cassandra and Ducks. He says that he's got plans for us. Well, what we'll do and see. He's going to find I've my own mind, and he's not the boss of me.
An interesting question. Or an interesting poem. He's not the boss of me. So, in other words, take take the bulls by your own horns. You know, you're asking about
Should you call David?
should you call David? You know what? This card is very much a messenger card in a way.
is.
The Page of Wands is all about receiving messages or sending messages for that matter. And so, yeah, I think you should. I think this is definitely a sign that you should from Spirit. I think there's possibly something good to come of it with the Page of Wands.
Right. As wands, it's really talking about networking and community and magnetism between people or charisma between people. So it's at a lower scale than, say, the king or the knight or the queen. But this is kind of like saying the message is going out there. And maybe this is saying you should be the person, bringing the positive message. This is a friendly card in most aspects. I think it's just saying it could encourage you to make that call.
So, like Michael Jackson might say, so if you want to be starting something, the Page of Wands is your person for that in a way, because this is a sign that something new could generate out of, this communication. Mm-hmm. And Spirit is saying, go for it, because
it's encouraging.
It's encouraging. It's absolutely encouraging in that regard.
I almost feel like you have a message for David, that there is some reason why you need to contact them, that it is about expressing something, whatever that is.
Hey, good luck with that,
good luck.
Cassandra.
Thanks for dropping by.
Yes, hope to see you again. Shruti, you are up.
And Shruti had kind of, I think they had a question.
Did they? I don't remember.
Let's take a peeky here. No, we're just going to do the one card one, I guess. Okay. So it's Shruti's turn.
Were you supposed to shuffle for? No.
You are.
I am. That's right.
So if you're new here or don't come by often, I will mention that we have our other shows, The Material Matters, which I gave that plug for earlier. And also there is my show, The Emotional Exchanges, which was yesterday. It's normally on Fridays. I pull a single card for each sign of the zodiac and try to determine the status of relationships, primary or others.
Oh, hey, Mama T, you absolutely can. Take care, Mama T.
The Dark Gifts and Struggles on Goth Tarot. So check those out. Hi, Mama T.
All right. Shuffle. Oh, carefully. Sonny, do not tap my tablet. If you take me out of YouTube, I'll be mad. Oh my goodness, the fur is flying. And didn't I brush him yesterday?
You did.
But he only let me brush part of him. That's probably why. No.
No.
No. What is this? Now, these cards are not bent. There's no reason for this to keep happening other than Spirit wants everybody to think about their financial resources today. It's the Four of Pentacles upright. And, let's take this a little further, since some of you might still be here that had this card, the Four of Pentacles, today. This also could be about the things in your life that have value. Maybe it's even your relationships, hold on to those that are near and dear to you like they're your most precious possessions. I don't know why. I just thought I'd throw that one out there for you, Shruti. It may resonate, but also, this is a time, like we've been saying, to really take stock of what you've acquired, how far you've gotten, how much more you need to do to secure your future. Spirit says this is time to look after your resources.
Right. There's nothing really about this reading that has to be that it's about necessarily financial things. But it is suggesting maybe there's something you want to hold as close to you as you can. It could even be your own sense of yourself and your own sense of your autonomy, because a lot of times we look at our material value or worth and we think that is more our total worth to the world. And to most instances that is true, is that for most of the world you are the value of what you own, possess, or do. And so maybe Spirit is saying, own that too. Own all of that, because that includes the tapestry of your relationships, all of your social situations. Hold them tightly to you, because you never know when you're going to really need them to understand you care that much.
Wow, that's what I have for you. I have never seen a card come up so much. I mean, we're doing single cards, and like, how many cards are in this deck?
I confess, I had spirit gum on my fingertips, and so I was like, let's pull that card back over. No, I didn't.
No, he did that, Mr. Scorpio. So that's what we have for you, Srudy. Good luck with that. Kara has joined us, I see.
Hi,
so
Kara.
We'll put Kara in front of Mama T so that we can get Kara in.
That means you're next, right?
Yes, that means you are up. Because we have a short list today, and I think
Your turn.
Okay.
And you're going to guarantee that we won't get that card again.
I'm doing everything possible, Mr. O, but we cut them in everything. And they are so thin and so slick. It's like I said, I can't understand how they would cut the same way. And also, we pick them up differently. We pick up our piles differently, you and I. Mm-hmm. So I can't understand it.
Sunman is our on-call cat. If we need a cat to be more active, we'll give it a shot.
And if you see that one paw that's raised there, it's on my tablet. Don't scratch my screen, little boy.
I knew you would like that, Kara.
Well, Mr. O, it's on you.
No.
You're cutting them. Of course, I'm picking them up. Make sure that middle pile does not have the Four of Pentacles on. No. If it comes up, it's meant to be. I just feel like maybe for some reason, a number of us need to be focusing on Four of Pentacles energy right now. And maybe it's because he keeps dropping my cards.
I'm not feeling comfortable with that.
Oh boy. Let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna... it's another 4. It's the 4 of Wands.
Ooh,
the
it's a
official
better
TFT
4,
party
maybe.
card, Kara.
The unofficial or official party
yeah,
card.
I go back and forth on that. Because really, the 3 of Cups is a party card. I'm going to read the poem. Someone's having a party, and I'm getting all excited. I need to find my outfit now because I've been invited.
Whoa.
So if you haven't been, Spirit is saying some invitation may be coming your way to have a good time, to whether it's a wedding or some type of ceremony. It just seems like there is some reason to celebrate. And if it's not, maybe it's a personal celebration, Spirit says, is coming your way. Something good is going to happen in your life that you are going to want to party hardy.
I sort of feel there's an intersectionality here, because this card to me sort of involves maybe a larger group, or by your standards, people that are external to you, but there's an overlap where you're a part of that group. So maybe you're, a cousin of somebody who's going to be married, or who's having a party that you're invited
baby,
to, or something like that. It's sort of like you are called to witness on some level an expression of joy and togetherness, and it involves you, but it's not mainly about you. It's sort of a wider circle, and you intersect with that. I don't know if that makes any kind of sense. I sort of feel that way with most things, like I'm just a little small part of a bigger celebration with most people, but I'm thrilled to be there, and so hopefully you will be too. And the beauty of this card really is that even when it shows up with maybe a different deck where it shows up reversed, it really means nearly the same thing. It just does not diminish the happiness that one can feel from that card.
Right, because when it's reversed, it's about recognizing and appreciating the simple joys in life. The everyday things sometimes we take for granted. But when it's upright, it's more of a big celebratory kind of card. And it's interesting to me, too, because it's another 4 card, and I'm wondering, too, if there isn't something about 4 energy today, you know?
Well, let's do the math real quick
What
here.
is today's numerology?
Today is November 6th, so that's
17, 19, 21,
It's
22.
20, so it's a 2, right?
No.
What is it?
Okay, so it's 11 and 6 is what? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Oh, so it's a 4-day. And that's numerology. You take the numbers of the day and you reduce them down to the single number. So the math was November 6, 11 plus 6 is 17. Then 2021, so 17 plus 2 is 19, plus another 2 is 21, plus 1 is 22. 2 plus 2 is 4.
That's crazy.
So the number 4 is a big vibration of its own today. It might interact with other people's personal number differently, but just the fact that we're giving out 4s in the tarot cards is kind of an interesting
example of the
synchronicity.
synchronicity. I talk a lot about synchronicities because I have a heck of a lot happen to me, of them happen to me in my life. So recognize the synchronicities that happen in your life as well.
4 cards are about foundational kind of things too, in a way. Yeah. I don't think it disincludes some financial good stuff, but that could be more some other numbers, but it's sort of there. But I feel foundational things about 4. So that's where we were with some of those other 4s. Am I supposed to shuffle or cut?
4 is Gina's life path number. Wow.
Gina. That handyman.
Synchronicities, indeed.
What am I supposed to do, dear?
You're supposed to shuffle. It's your turn.
Oh, okay.
And we are doing Mama T's. Mama T. So that's what we have for you, Kara. Good reading.
So enjoy the 4-day.
Yeah. Make the most of it.
Gee, Gina, that means this is a really great day for you because it's a 4-day for everyone. And so you have a life path. Awesome, Kara. You know what? I think 6 is one of my numbers. It's not my name number. I call it my destiny number. So I don't know if that's the same as the life path number, but mine is 6.
I think destiny is life path. I'm pretty sure. I think they are calculated.
Yeah, that's what I think too. So
and that 9 is my life path number. 9 is my every number. It seems like it's pretty freaking weird.
Dang. So I shuffled and then you shuffled?
And it's funny that 9 is my life path number. Yes, 9 is my life path number, but 1 is my month number, of course, being Aries.
That's so cool, JH.
The first sign of the zodiac.
We are not lineaged per se. Well, you are sort of.
We don't know about me. My grandmother from Poland they said. My mother used to say, and I don't know if it was a mother-in-law thing because it was my father's mother, that she was supposedly deemed a witch in Poland. People thought she cast spells on them. And my mother caught her once doing some kind of working on my brother when he was an infant. You know. But I believe it was a folk practice. And, you know, folk practices are often deemed witchy. So
they're
it's hard
wise
for me
women,
to say.
wise women, which is cunning men and women, you know, that whole thing. And that was the more British phenomena, the cunning men and women.
And of course, on my mother's side of the family were all the diviners, everybody who dabbled in fortune telling and psychic stuff. So they didn't consider themselves witches, or did they? Right. My Uncle Phil, for example.
Right. It's really like a label that's been put on mostly by people that want to use that label. I mean, these days in modern terms, many witches of whatever distinction can kind of accept that term for themselves. But that's probably a topic for another time. So we're doing
Mama T's.
Mama T. Mama T.
Ooh.
You have the King of Cups, my dear. Whatever life may send your way throughout your downs and ups, he'll be sure to comfort you. He's there, your King of Cups.
Wow, I think this is Mama T. I don't know why, but I just think this is your man. This is Rick. You know, he is there at your side. You know, Spirit is saying he is your comfort, you know, in times of distress. He is your rock as well. You know, he's somebody who can balance you emotionally. And Spirit is saying, you know, take care of your man. I know he's going through some stuff right now. So, you know, it's time to throw a little comfort, Spirit is saying, maybe his way.
And I'm feeling this vibe of healing coming from the King of Cups because of the green that he's wearing. And I feel that the green suggests the idea of life energy that you can share with Rick, that because of the continuum of your love and your relationship, it's kind of like that figure 8 thing, you know, where the energy's just moving around. So share with Rick everything you can. Share your energies, but also share your dreams and your fears, and let him do the same with you. You really are strong for each other, and you just have to hang on. You know, it's very likely that we're all, like what we're seeing with some of these cards, just some bad cycles right now. And
well, and finally, one other thing about the King of Cups, Mama T, if this is a personal message directed at you, is that it's time to, you know, the King of Cups is something that you can emulate right now as well. Is show your emotional strength. This is a time to show, you know, strength through emotions, strength through the heart as opposed through brute force, you know. So show what a loving, giving nature you truly have. And I think you do that all the time anyway, frankly. So Spirit is probably just acknowledging that in you. So, hey, that's what we have for you, Mama T. Good luck with that.
And JH, I have no idea what life number 7 would mean. It's interesting. I barely know what my own means.
Well, some of the numbers I know more than others, and 7 is not one I've
I'm not sure even
much.
what planet it would be ruled by.
I don't know.
What energies there, because like I know with 2s, my name number, I sort of feel like that's got a moon influence there. I sort of feel that 4s might have a Jupiter influence.
Yeah, that sounds like it. It does. Yeah. Mr. O, I'm pulling a card for me.
All right, so
for
it's
you.
Time of the show where we do each other's positive reading.
We need one today. It's been frenetic from the start.
And I wanted to add some corn syrup to make sure it was extra sweet. So I have to go to the cupboard now and get that. No. When I was a kid and somebody would make pancakes, we had that clear caramel syrup, but we also had the brown one too. And it would be a big thing on Sunday mornings.
I never did.
Who wants the clear one? Who wants the brown one?
I never did.
We would use them
because
both. I would mix them together. They tasted the same to me. What did I know, right?
For some reason, I like only honey on my pancakes and waffles and stuff.
All right, what do you got for me, dear?
You queen, you. Are you channeling? It's not the Queen of Hearts, which was my
I'm a drama queen for
which
sure.
was my Freddie Mercury card yesterday, but you have the Queen of Wands. Da, 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 da.
Where's my black cat? Where are you, Shadow?
No, don't call another cat here. The Queen of Wands can do it all. Her ways are not demanding.
That's fine.
She loves the ground and all around, but her cat's less understanding.
I love this because I'll let you get onto it in a minute, but oftentimes when I see the Queen of Wands in the typical pose, I always read...
Take care, Gina.
That the black cat... Good night, Gina.
Good night.
I always say that. I
Okay.
say that when people leave work at the middle of the night. Have a good night. But I feel like the black cat, it always says the sinister aspect of love. Well, we Scorpios know about that, don't we? Proceed.
Wow. Well, back to happy. Mr. O knows how to get things done. He certainly does. He knows how to he has drive and motivation and magnetism, personal magnetism. I think even more than the King of Wands, the Queen is the one who knows how to schmooze people. See?
Hi, Libra.
Hey, Libra. Well, we will squeeze you in as soon as we get done with our readings. Mr. O's got to do one for himself. You made it just in time, Libra. So he got the Queen of Wands from me. And now it's my turn to see what he's going to do for me.
Don't worry, the cameras will stay rolling.
All right. I'm watching you.
I saw what that card was.
Was it the 4?
No.
Okay.
I'll
that's
tell you
good at
later.
least. Okay. Well, it wasn't meant for me, I'm sure.
Well, I didn't pick it, so it wasn't. Two of Swords. I'm choosing not to listen, and I don't want to see. For if I do, it might be true. And that's too much for me. So I think that the Two of Swords is saying sometimes you just want to kind of wait things out a little bit. You sort of always feel the shifts of energy. You're sitting there where there's a little bit of, some waters moving there. It looks like the waters are moving. They do not look totally calm. You are a patient person who will wait until you know enough to proceed. You are very balanced, and you don't know everything, but you also know that you can find out most everything once you decide to do it.
Surprisingly, for an Aries, I'm pretty patient. And I know that things have to happen in their right time. And interesting to see this card right now because I do find myself entering the silence more. And this isn't necessarily a high priestess silence, but it's just entering quiet phases so that you can sort out and that answers can come to you. Things come to you in silence, Nature abhors a vacuum after all. So usually the silence will get filled with the answers that you seek. And so I think that's very appropriate for me right now. I thank you, Mr. O. Nice
right.
one.
Thanks, JH.
Hey, take care,
your kind
JH.
thoughts,
Good to
too.
see you. And Libra, we're going to do you right now, and we'll end the show with Libra. Yay!
Alrighty. So thank you, everybody, for coming today. I think we might have seen a new person or two, so that's kind of nice.
Absolutely.
And we will be back tomorrow with our live stream at 2 to 4 p.m., as well as Banshee Show Material Matters at 10 a.m. So check it out. And this one's for you, Libra.
All
Banshee.
right.
Sunman is kind of conked out here now.
Yes, he's taking up all my shuffling space, as he will do all too often.
And you're welcome too, everyone. You're all welcome. Appreciate you guys so much.
Great show today. Very interesting.
We're like energy vampires. No, we're not. But we do feel an energy flow when we do our stuff, so we appreciate that.
Energy vampires.
I've been watching What We Do in the Shadows too much.
Apparently.
Well, one of the characters is not a physical vampire, he's an energy vampire. And so he bores people, and then he gets their energy by boring them. He talks until they're bored.
Gosh.
It's very funny shtick that he does. All right. This one's for you.
What do we got, Libra? Ooh,
The Seven of Cups. I'm rather confused by it all. So many choices to make. What if I'm right, but maybe I'm wrong? Not sure which one to take. And of course, so the Seven of Cups is the typical card of feeling like there are a lot of choices, or at least a considerable amount to have to weigh through. It may feel that sometimes you're more stunned by what you see, sort of like you're putting off making the decision because you're really kind of making mini decisions, sampling some of these things, or trying to get the essence of what you're feeling there as these options or dreams or goals or aspirations, or even negative things that sort of are showing up that you're wondering how much attention you need to put on them.
Well, you know what, Libra? I take a little bit of a different spin here on this one. I feel from Spirit is telling me that this is a time to think and dream big. Look at all those options. Think about all the different things you want to do in your life right now. What is your bucket list? Do you have one? You know, maybe it's time to create one. This is a time to really think big. And you know what? Spirit's saying if you can't decide what to do first, that's okay right now. This is a time for visioning and to really think positively about the things that you could do in your life. Then comes the time later for you to sort it all out. You know, what is, and Spirit would advise you in that regard to do the most, you know, the most practical things first, the easiest to accomplish things first. Because once you do that, the rest will seem more achievable. With each small victory or step that you take towards your dreams and goals, the rest will fall into place. So this is a time to really dream and vision it all.
Okay. I like yours better than mine.
Yeah. Well, that was just came to me.
You're welcome. And Shruti, I don't know if you saw my message there, but we did pull a card for you.
We did pull a card already for you, Shruti. You might have missed it.
It's about 10 or 15 minutes ago in our spread. How many
you
people
were
back?
right after Cassandra, and you were before Kara. So you were right in between those two people, Shruti. You might be able to find it.
So I hope you
that
can check
way.
that out.
Yeah.
And with that means that we're kind of done.
We're done. We're kind of done?
We're kind
I
of
think
done.
We're done. We're not pulling a card for Sunny. So everybody, thank you for joining us today. This was a lot of fun. It was really interesting getting that Four of Pentacles and the fours and the synchronicity with this being a 4-day. So enjoy it. Have a happy rest of the day, and we will see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.